You know when you do before and after? This is sort of before. We've done the bare necessities after 10 years leaving her abandoned. So this is what it still looks like. This is the deck here of our sailing boat. I hope we can catch it all. So I've done all the woodwork now, and I can all go back on then. This is going away. This looks nice and shiny. And then we're starting to scrape the deck, do the electrics, and oh, loads more. But 2 weeks, not bad.
Well, guys, as you can see, the sun really does a job here. Try and stand out in the shadow. There's not a single bit of varnish left on anything. The deck paint is unbelievable. All I've done is washed it off basically, but it's just destroyed the top coats of the deck paint. Cabling, most of it's destroyed. Have to change some of it. And anyway, today we've decided that we're going to start taking back the deck paint and redoing it. There's a lot of it is actually just chipping straight off right from the very bottom, but it's hard work, so we're going to start sanding today. So we're going to start sanding the decks and getting it ready for new deck paint, handrails, everything like that. All has to be done new. It's such a mess, but it'll be nice when we're finished, I hope. So that's our wee job for today, or not so wee job. We're starting today, and it'll probably carry on for 2 or 3, I think. We have found a place where we can get deck paint any colour. We just have to get the additive to put into it to make it non-slip. I'll let you know how we're going there. I'll show you. Once again, we're waiting on parts for the engine, so we've started doing a bit of sanding to try to get the decks a bit prepared for painting, and we're doing a bit of sanding down the bottom below the waterline to re-prepare that. As you can see, the decks have taken quite a beating from the sun. That side particularly, I don't know why, but we're sanding most of it back. Both of my winches were sea solid. This one here was okay, that actually turns no problem, but these, they really took a beating from the sun, these winches here. This one here, I actually had to lever off, but I've soaked that in vinegar, and it's took most of the tarnish off. It just needs to be polished up now. As you can see, it looks a little bit different to his brother. A little update. We've now got the first 2 coats of epoxy primer on the top sides. Okay, it's maybe not as nice as I would have liked it to be. It's just, you can still see where the old paint is chipped, but there's just nothing I could do with that. It just laughed at the sander, the old epoxy anti-slip paint. So it's an old boat, she's 50-year-old, so I'm quite happy the way she's turned out. Yeah. Now I've got the blue anti-slip paint to go on top of the primer, and of course I've got all the top sides to polish up. last night we finished off the deck paint. I wasn't happy with the way that the additive worked last time. I put the additive in, and as we were painting it on the deck, it was very, very patchy. I didn't like it at all that it was put into the paint. So this time I went and picked some sand, painted a patch, and then put some sand on top. And then I'm going to put another coat of varnish, this coat of the blue on top of the sand. It's just a little bit rough at the moment. What I have to do is brush anything that's not stuck, and then you can see it's actually coming quite coming out of the brush because it's that rough. You can see it's actually not quite so patchy as it looked when I was doing it with the actual additives, because you can remove what bits you don't really want and keep the bits you do want. Now when that's painted over at the moment, it feels a bit like sandpaper. But so I'll take the skin off, but with the second coat on the top, that'll just smooth off the rough edges and make it nice to walk on in bare feet. It's actually coming up really, really well. I'm so happy with the way it's turned out. Keep listening for more updates. Good morning, guys. This is Friday. We're in the Marina de Portimao in the boatyard, and we're about to be lifted in. We're going into the water today. But a little bit later on, at 11:30, we're getting lifted into the water. We finished the top paint. It's a little bit darker than I was expecting, but it's worked out very, very well. I like the effect. At the moment you can't really tell because it's we had a really dewy night, very, very wet, not rainy, just a lot of water in the atmosphere, so the boat is soaking. But we done one coat sprinkled with sand, very fine sand, and the second coat, and it's actually turned out to be, it worked very well for us. It's the last time we mixed it in with the paint, and it turned out really, really patchy. This is much more even. There's some bits where I might not have got it as good as others, but it's worked not too bad. Unfortunately I never got a chance to get much varnish on the hand grips. There's only one coat on them. I think a better idea here what it's like, because this is dry as it was under the coach roof. But basically, if you want it a little bit not so gritty, you can put an extra coat of paint on top. It just helps out. We got a bit of varnish on the steps. Fortunately, my shoes are picking up a load of rubbish just now over this boatyard. And the tiller, of course, we've got a coat of paint on there. We've got a guy coming shortly, I hope, to help us with the mainsail. I've got a problem with the mast reefing somewhere up there, so he's going to come up and sort that out for us, hopefully. The sail just won't go all the way up, so hopefully he'll be here soon and we'll get that done before we go in the water.